Hi guys, this is Mike and this is part 3 of my series on the ghost cube. This one will show you how to solve the top layer of the ghost cube. So, as you should remember from the Rubik's Cube, step 1 is to orient the top edges. So let's bring back our solved ghost cube to see what they look like in the correct orientation. So here's our top center, and hanging off of it are I call this the church-shaped piece, and that points up. I call this the roof-shaped piece, and this pointy end points up as opposed to this little face that points down. The trapezoid has the long side on the right, and this near rectangle has the long side on the left. So let's look at this one and see which ones are correct. So the church is right, it points up. The rectangle needs the long side on the left and it's on the right, so that's wrong. The roof points up, so that's right. And the trapezoid has the long side on the left, so that's wrong. So the correct ones are the church and the roof. They are across from each other, so we put them on the left and the right side of the top and do this algorithm. Once we can move it. Okay, front, right, up, right prime, upper prime, front prime. Okay, let's reevaluate. So that's correct, the long side's on the left. That's correct, the long side's on the right. The church points up, so that's right, and the roof points up, so that's right. So they are now all in the correct orientation. So we're ready to go on to the next step, which is positioning them properly. Okay guys, the next step is to position the top edges. And unlike the Rubik's Cube, it's important how this top center is oriented, and it's best to get that problem out of the way right now. So let's see if any of the edges are correctly positioned relative to the top center here. So that's wrong, 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 wrong. None of them are flush, none of them fit. So when they're all wrong, you can pick the top in any position you like and do the following algorithm. Right, upper 2, right prime, right prime again, upper prime, right, upper prime, right prime. So let's see if any are correct now. Okay, now our trapezoid is correct. Wrong, wrong. This looks almost right, but it's wrong. It's not flush. So only our trapezoid is right. So when exactly one of them are right, we do that same algorithm again with the correct one in front. So here we go. Right, upper 2, right prime, upper prime, right, upper prime, right prime. And let's reevaluate again, and remember to keep the trapezoid in front. And so correct, 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 and correct. So sometimes you need to do that algorithm more than once, but if you just keep that same edge that was initially correct in the front and just keep repeating that, eventually they'll all be correct. So our top edges are now in the correct position, and we're ready to position the top corners. Okay, It's time to position the top corners. And it's at this point that sometimes we run into a parity problem. So if we do, I will tell you how to deal with that. So from the solved ghost cube, if we start with the church-shaped piece, to the right of it we have the what I call the fat triangle, then going around to the right, the skinny triangle, the three-faced corner with big faces, and then the three-faced corner with a little face. And what's the difference between the fat and the skinny triangle, you might ask? The skinny one has a sharper angle than the sharpest one on the fat triangle. So this one is more equilateral. So let's see which ones are already correct, if any. So here's the church. Here we need the fat triangle, and we have the skinny one, so that's wrong. And here we need the skinny one, we have the fat one, so that's wrong, they're reversed. Here we need the three-faced corner with big faces, and we have this one, so that's wrong. And here we need the three-faced corner with the little face, and that's wrong. And a good cuber right would know immediately if we have the parity problem, and I think that we do. But let's do this algorithm anyway. Upper right, upper prime, left prime, upper right prime, upper left. And let's count again. So wrong, wrong, wait, let me count again. Wrong, because that needs to be the fat triangle, wrong, wrong, and right. So we are in good shape. But don't worry, I'll tell you how to deal with the parity problem by the end of the video. So when you have one correct one, put it in the upper right position. And again, this is the correct one. This belongs on the left side of the church, this three-faced corner piece with the little face. And sometimes it has a sticker here. In fact, I think this one used to, but it fell off. But this is a face right here. It may or may not be on yours. Okay, so again, put the correct one in the upper right and do that algorithm again. Upper right, upper prime, left prime, upper right prime, upper prime, left. And let's count again. So correct, 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 correct. So they are all now in the correct position. So the last thing to do is to orient them properly. And after I do that, I'll teach you how to identify and correct for the parity situation. Okay guys, are you ready for the final step? Positioning the top corners. And this is just like you do it on the Rubik's Cube. You put what was formerly your top layer on the left, put any of the incorrect corners, incorrectly oriented corners, in the upper left corner. And in my case, they're all incorrect. See, wrong, 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 wrong. And then do this simple 4-move algorithm. And you're going to keep repeating it until this one here is oriented properly, and then just move another corner into the upper left. So again, incorrect one in the upper left, and do this 4-move algorithm until it's right. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Is it right? No, so we do it again. right prime, upper prime, right, up. That's right, it's nice and flush. So let's, being very careful to keep this center where it is, rotate the left face only so another incorrect corner is in the upper left, and that's obviously incorrect. And then just keep repeating that algorithm. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Nope. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Nope. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Nope. And by the way, don't get freaked out that this looks like a total mess over here. It'll right itself in the end, trust me. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Yeah, this is right. That's flush, that's flush. So let's rotate another incorrect corner to the top left. And keep doing it. Right prime, shoot. Upper prime, right, up. Nope. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Yeah, this is flush, that's flush. So let's move the last remaining incorrect corner to the upper left. And keep doing it. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Nope. Almost, but nope. Right prime, upper prime, This is hard to move sometimes. Upper prime, right, up. Nope. Right prime. Ugh. Upper prime, right, up. Nope. Right prime, upper prime, right, up. Yes, that looks nice and flush. So let's make all these layers fit with one another. And it's easy to forget how to do that at this point. And this one. Okay. That's it. The ghost cube solved. I can't believe it. That sure took a long time. So, as promised, I will now show you how to identify and correct for the parity problem which you may encounter when you get to the stage of positioning the top corners. Okay, here is how to identify and solve for the parity problem that you sometimes get with the ghost cube. The reason for this parity problem is that there are two pieces, two triangular corners that are very near or exactly the same in shape. They are this one and this one. They both look like isosceles triangles, which, as you may remember from geometry class, means that two sides are the same length. I personally think this one is supposed to be just a little bit bigger, but maybe it's just an optical illusion. But between these two here, and this is an easy, innocent mistake to make. If you put the wrong one down here when you're doing the bottom layer, you're going to eventually end up with this parity problem. So here's how I recommend solving for it, and I've seen other techniques like Super Antonio Vivaldi has a technique called the swinging U, I think. But it necessitates learning another algorithm. And you know I like to keep memorization to a minimum wherever I can. So first let's see how to swing it down in the right place if we can. Nope. So we're going to have to rotate this 100. We're going to have to rotate this, which is pretty easy to do, but you mess things up in the process. So I'm going to rotate this to the back. Then rotate the front 180 degrees, and then the right side back. And that already moved an incorrect corner here. But the corner that should be there is now here in the upper left. So we want to put this down here. So now let's see which way to swing it down there. If we go like this, yeah, that's flush. So because the fit is this way, we bring it in the other way. 1, 2, 3. And now our bottom layer is correct again. But in the process of putting the correct corner down there, we messed up this edge piece right here. But that's okay. We just have to put that back in, which you already know how to do. It should be right here. Does it go in this way? No. So it should go in this way. Yeah, so yeah, you only messed up one edge piece as well as all your edges up here. If you used Vivaldi's technique, you would also mess up the top, but you wouldn't mess up the middle layer. So then you just have to do that algorithm, which I already showed you in video number 2, to swing that down here. And then you need to start over from the beginning with your top layer, which I already showed you how to do. So yes, it takes a while to solve for this parity problem, but that's just part of what makes the ghost cube such a challenging puzzle. So I already showed you how to solve it. I don't think there is anything left to say. Let me say that making these videos, especially part 3, took a lot of work. You would not believe the number of outtakes that are on the cutting room floor. So thanks for watching, guys. Probably way down in the future I'll probably redo all these, because I'm sure I could have done better. But again, thank you for watching. I hope this video was useful, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.